Hey guys, welcome back to my channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, we're going to be talking about a company that I've actually held for quite some time in my public portfolio. The company name is Corsair Gaming, ticker symbol CRSR. And what's really interesting about this company is over the weekend, Wall Street Bets and Reddit have actually picked up on this name, and they're starting to really talk about and hype up this stock in a big way. So I wanted to get this video out, talk to you guys about their business model, my price prediction on Corsair Gaming moving forward, and what I really like about this company compared to some of their peers. Now without further ado, you guys, we'll roll the intro clip, we'll get into today's video, but before we do, please make sure you take a second to smash that like button. It's 100% free to do, and it helps me and the channel out in a big way. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, McNallie Money, please take a second to do so. And let me know in the comment section below what you think about Corsair Gaming, the recent price movement, and if you're currently holding this company or planning to in the near future. Now on a final note, if you look in the video description section below, you'll see a new affiliate link to QuestTrade. As most of you are aware, this is the platform that I use to trade on here in Canada. If you click on that link and you open up a new account, you'll actually get a $50 credit towards trade commissions. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines or on the fence, you've been thinking about getting involved with investing, this is a great time to do so, you guys. There's a ton of money to be made, and this is an awesome way to get some of those trade commissions covered right out of the gate for yourself. So take a look, click on the link, and get yourself involved in the action. Now let's roll the intro clip and get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today we're going to be talking about Corsair Gaming, ticker symbol CRSR. Now this stock trades on the NASDAQ exchange, and it's had a pretty wild week so far. So this stock actually on Friday of last week got picked up by the Reddit Wall Street Bets type of crew, and there's been some major price movement over the last couple of trading sessions. Now you can see as of close on Monday, this company or this stock was up about 11.25% or $3.64 US per share. Now that move actually meant that Corsair Gaming closed out the session on Monday at $36 even. And you can see they're actually up another dollar, about 3% in pre-market going into Tuesday's session. So there's a ton of action on this company, and there's a few reasons I was so excited to talk about this stock in today's video. So number one, obviously the recent media attention, the news, the press related to Corsair Gaming. Secondly, I actually own this company, both shares and an option contract, which is really interesting that I'm going to talk about in a second here. This is a company, if you've been following my channel for a while and you've watched any of my portfolio review videos, you'll know that I hold Corsair Gaming in my public account. I currently have 30 shares of this company, and I actually got in at $36.99. So based on pre-market here, I just broke even on my shares. The option contract is a little bit different, but as mentioned, I'm going to show you guys that in a second. Now the other thing I wanted to bring to your attention here, you guys, is the market cap on Corsair Gaming. So as of close on Monday, this was a $3.32 billion company. So very small in relation to a lot of these high-tech, high-growth companies in this type of space. But I think there's a lot of upside still left in this name, and we're going to talk about a couple of the reasons for that. So in terms of the video format, we're going to look at the chart here. We're going to talk about some of their most recent financials, recent news or media articles about Corsair Gaming. We're then going to take a deep dive into what the company does, what they offer compared to some of their competition. And then to close the video out, I'm going to give you guys my price prediction on this company moving forward. So there's a ton of value here, you guys. I hope you really enjoy. And let's get into it here in a little bit more detail. So in terms of the chart or the price action here over the last year, you can see that Corsair was on a fairly strong run. It was below $20 here back in September of 2020. And then it made its way all the way north of 45 bucks in the middle of January type of range. Now since then it has pulled back a little bit, and it's really traded in that low 30s range for the last 4 or 5 months pretty consistently. Now, I bought in, like I said, at $36.99 on the shares. When I saw the share price drop to that $31, $32 price point, that's when I decided I needed to get some more exposure into Corsair Gaming, and that's when I made the option play that we're going to look at here next up in the video. So you can see it closed out at 36 bucks. The intraday high yesterday was actually closer to 42. So it did pull back. It was a crazy session, you guys. And for any of you who watched yesterday's trading action, it definitely was an interesting one to follow along, whether you're invested or watching from the sidelines. So as mentioned, you guys, Corsair Gaming was actually picked up by the Reddit crew over the weekend here. So this article came out yesterday as well. And you can see that they're talking about the company's price movement of upwards of 31% during Monday's session, and also the recent activity on Wall Street Bets and some of these other forums related to Corsair Gaming. So you can see on Wall Street Bets, as of Monday morning, this company was mentioned nearly 1,200 times, which is way above average volume or average mentions for this company or ticker. In addition to that, trading activity, so if we jump back to Yahoo Finance here, you can see volume was 65 million shares compared to average volume of about 1.3. So a ton of attention on the forum boards and a ton of attention in terms of the actual shares changing hands throughout the day. Now, if we jump back to the article here, you guys, this is massive for anyone invested in this company for two main reasons. Number one, and the most obvious reason, is the share price itself is taking off, like we've really seen with a lot of these meme type stocks over the last couple of months. But secondly, you guys, this is a consumer product and they are getting a ton of free marketing from all this activity and from all these news articles coming out. So for those of you who don't know, you guys, and it kind of mentions it here, Corsair is best known for gaming hardware, so things like screens, mice, keyboards, along with the sale of full-blown custom-made gaming PCs. Now, I'm extremely bullish on the gaming and specifically PC gaming industry in the next couple of years, so that's huge for me. But a lot of the people that are on these forum boards and talking about these stocks are actually the ones buying these products. So if they can get massive marketing like this for absolutely free, you guys, it means a lot to the company long term. Now, something that's really different about Corsair compared to some of these other meme stocks is Corsair Gaming is actually generating a ton of revenue. It's a profitable company and they've shown huge growth over the last couple of years with projected growth into the future. So I personally believe this is a very fundamentally sound and safe company. Not to mention they've now got all these additional tailwinds and social media pushing this company even higher. Now, if we jump back over to Yahoo Finance, you guys, I wanted to share a couple of these stats or metrics with you. So this is a company right now that's trading at a forward PE under 20. So this is a very affordably priced company, you guys, especially for a stock that's in the technology growth kind of space. A forward PE of under 20 is really unheard of, and a lot of times we're seeing this anywhere from 30, 40, 50 type of numbers. And we're going to actually look at one of their competitors here in a second that does command a little bit higher premium just to compare how things could shake out for Corsair Gaming moving forward. Now, another metric on this page that I wanted to bring your attention to is actually the price to sales ratio over the trailing 12 months. So they're actually trading under 2 times price to sales. Again, very low for a company like this in such a high growth industry that has such a bright future laid out over the next couple of years. Now, before we start digging into Corsair Gaming's most recent earnings report and their business model in a little bit more detail, I did want to share with you guys this one option trade that I was actually able to take advantage of and open up last Friday. So this was a great example, you guys, of the old adage, it's not timing the market, it's time in the market. Now, as mentioned, I hold shares in Corsair Gaming in my public account. This is actually from my private account. And I've had those shares for a couple of months now at an average price of $36.99. Now, as Corsair Gaming's share price came down in the low 30s, I knew I wanted more exposure to this name, and I thought a call option might give me great leverage for the amount of money that I was looking to invest. So I was able to actually get in on this option contract for an average price of $8.43. So one contract controls 100 shares. So this ended up costing me $843 US. It's a January 21st, 2022 expiration. So I've got a ton of time on this option, you guys. You can see here on the QuestTrade platform, you can actually add custom filters. So I've got the days to expiration here. It's 220 days. So a lot of time on this one. And this was actually a 25 strike call. So what that means, you guys, is I paid $8.43. It's a $25 strike. So I need Corsair Gaming to be above $33.43 on or before January 1st of next year in order to break even on this option contract. Now, based on that massive movement we saw in yesterday's session and a lot of the hype that's really driving this name higher, this option contract currently is worth $16.70 per share, or a total market value of $1,670 US. So I'm actually up 98% on this position, and I've only held it 2 days here, you guys. Now this really demonstrates exactly that point of how powerful these forums and message boards really can be for some of these companies. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I knew this was coming or that I perfectly timed this stock, but the point here, you guys, is I had identified a company that I really liked. I was continuing to watch the share price decrease, and that made it more and more attractive for me. So a lot of first-time investors, they'll see their actual position value decreasing, they're losing money, they start to panic. That's the exact opposite approach if you truly believe in the company. So I saw that opportunity, I took advantage, I got lucky on the timing, but the point is that I was willing to have that money in the market. I really think of it as fishing, you guys. The more lines you have in the water, the better the chance that you're going to catch a big fish on one of those lines. And that's what's so exciting about these option contracts, is they really have the potential to move in a massive way if you time and hit one of these companies correctly. So right now I'm up $827 US on this position with over 200 days left to expiration. The delta is another metric I like to customize in this view, and this metric really shows two things. Number one, loosely it shows the percentage chance of this option finishing in the money. So this has a 90% chance now that I'm going to finish in the green on this trade. The other thing it shows is the actual movement per dollar change in the company share price. So for every dollar that Corsair Gaming moves up or down, this option contract is going to gain 90 cents of value. So for example, if Corsair goes up $1 today, we would expect this option contract to close out at about $17.60, or 90 cents above where it currently trades right now. Now for any of you who've been following my videos, you know that QuestTrade is my preferred platform here in Canada. If you're interested in opening an account here, you guys, I highly recommend this platform. It's very user friendly. I think it offers a lot of the features that you really need as an active trader in today's market. There's a link in the video description below, and if you click that link and open yourself up one of these accounts, you'll actually get $50 towards trade commission right out of the gate. So great deal, you guys, and if you're looking for a brokerage, I would highly recommend QuestTrade. Okay, so jumping back to the numbers here, you guys, Corsair Gaming reports first quarter F21 financial results. This came out May 4th, so this is a little over 40 days old now, but I wanted to point out a few numbers in here because truly, you guys, I don't believe Corsair Gaming really fits the profile of a lot of these other meme stocks. So you can see some of them, Sundial, AMC on the side here. These are companies that are really struggling. They've been beaten down and they don't have a lot of internal growth projected over the next couple of years. Now, Corsair Gaming, in my opinion, is the complete opposite of that. So net revenue for the quarter was $530 million, which is a 72% increase year over year. The gaming peripherals segment came in at $176 million, so they were up 132% year over year. And the actual gaming components or systems, so the PCs or the computers themselves, came in at $354 million, which was up 52% year over year. So both divisions or segments of this company are showing massive growth, which is really promising as an investor. Gross profit came in at $160 million, which was up over 103% year over year, with gross margin in excess of 30.3%. Operating income came in at $67.3 million, which was up 404% year over year, and adjusted operating income came in at $80.4 million, so up 220% year over year. So you can see here, you guys, whatever metric you're talking about, massive, massive growth. And this is projected to continue for years and years for this company. Now, net income came in at $47 million, or about 47 cents, with adjusted net income coming in at $58.2 million, or 58 cents per diluted share. Now, in addition to those impressive numbers, as of March 31st, so quarter end, Corsair Gaming had cash on hand of about $125.6 million, with cash flows from operation of nearly $28 million, which was up $2 million over the same period last year. So long story short, you guys, they're showing tremendous top line revenue growth. That's flowing through to all these other metrics. They've got a ton of cash on hand and they're continuing to add to that cash pile at an increasing rate. They don't have a lot of debt and they're in an industry that's forecasting tremendous growth over the next couple of years. So a ton of things to like in this earnings report, you guys, and this is why I was so surprised to see this company's share price actually pull back over the last month or so, and that's exactly why I decided to take advantage of that option contract, which we just saw has worked out tremendously for me. So if we now shift gears a little bit and jump over to the Corsair Gaming website, I wanted to explain the products that they offer in a little bit more detail. So we looked at their great revenue. We talked about a lot of the numbers that they've put up over the last quarter. And again, they're really broken down into two divisions. So they've got the auxiliary or supporting components for PC gaming. So we're talking stuff like cases, keyboards, headsets, audio devices, microphones, that type of thing. But then they also have the gaming PCs themselves, you guys. And this is really what differentiates them from some of their competitors, most notably Logitech. So you can see they've got CPU coolers, custom cooling, fans, power supplies, the list goes on. And they actually offer pre-built alternatives for gamers as well. So if you jump over to that section, you can see these are some of the products that they actually offer. So as you scroll down, you start to get a feel for the product and the price points that these products are offered at. Now, these are not cheap by any means. These are $5,500 US units. Some of them are available for $5,000. You can see they've got a ton of different varieties based on the speed and the metrics or components that you want as part of your gaming setup. But regardless of which combination you choose here, you guys, these are all priced in that kind of $5,000-$6,000 neighborhood. So realistically, as the gaming industry continues to grow over the next couple years and decades, people are starting to purchase and invest in more of these high-speed, high-quality units. And Corsair Gaming has really established themselves as the leader in this space. And that's before all of this Reddit Wall Street Bets hype and free advertising that we've seen over the last couple of days. So extremely excited about this, you guys. Again, PC gaming is an industry that I'm extremely bullish on moving forward. And I think Corsair Gaming is positioned in a perfect spot to take advantage of this macro trend or industry tailwind. Now, this is another interesting page on the Corsair Gaming website. So they actually call out a number of interesting stats or metrics here that I wanted to share just to give a more holistic view of this company. So they're supported in 75 countries worldwide, so very diversified across the globe. They've shipped over 190 million gaming and streaming products, so a ton of experience in this industry. They currently hold 18.3% of the peripheral market. They've got 42% market share of PC components with an estimated market size of $36 billion. So they're really just scratching the surface here, you guys, with net revenue of 1.7 in 2020. And currently, as mentioned, they're the number one position in terms of market share globally as of June 2020. So a ton to like about this company, great numbers, great products, and great brand recognition across the globe that's continuing to get stronger and stronger as more of these articles come out about the share price of this company. Now to close things out here, you guys, I did want to give you my price prediction on this stock moving forward. Now this article is from the Motley Fool. It talks about Corsair Gaming being the stock or the company that's really powering the esports revolution. And about halfway through this article, it actually takes a look at Corsair Gaming by the numbers and compares it to one of their main competitors or closest competitors, which is actually Logitech. Now, at the time this article was put together, Corsair Gaming had a forward PE of 13. Now, we saw this ratio has increased to about 18 now based on that recent share price appreciation. But if you compare that to Logitech and we actually jump over to their profile here, you can see they have a forward PE of 27. So despite that recent share price appreciation in Corsair Gaming, they're still trading at a significant discount to their main competitor, which is Logitech. Now, in terms of price to sales, another metric we talked about here, Logitech is trading over 4 compared to Corsair Gaming, which is trading under 2. So very well priced in relation. Now, the thing that's really different between these two companies for me is Logitech is 100% focused on the peripherals. So based on the recent pandemic, they've obviously seen a ton of growth with people working from home, a lot of conference calls, Zoom, Skype, that type of thing, video conferencing that requires both microphones and webcams. However, as people start to return to normal and go back into that brick and mortar office environment, I really do see demand for those type of products drying up or slowing down. Whereas Corsair Gaming is really focused on the PC gaming side of things. Yes, they sell microphones, mice, keyboards, stuff that can be used for work from home as well. But the core of this company is really focused on gaming, and that's a trend that I see continuing regardless of if people are working in the office or at home. And because of that, I truly see Corsair Gaming's revenue and growth profile being a lot more sustainable than someone like a Logitech moving forward post-pandemic world here. Now, in terms of my price prediction for Corsair Gaming moving forward and how I'm going to be trading this company, if we were to give them this same forward PE ratio of 27 that we see with Logitech here, that means we could expect about a 1.5 to 2 times appreciation in share price to get to these same type of ratios. Now, if we apply that against their current price per share of $36, that gets us in the neighborhood of about $54. And that's actually my price target on this company, you guys, is $55 US. I'm not even going to think about selling my shares or my option contract until we get into the mid 50s on this name. Now, in addition to that, that's based on core business fundamentals. If we're able to capitalize on some of this Reddit Wall Street Bets activity, I could see this company going north of $75, even $100 US per share in the short term based on some of this hype and recent publicity. So I really feel like I'm in a great spot here. I've got some shares. I've also got a really well-timed option contract on Corsair Gaming, and I'm super excited to hold on and see how this pans out over the next couple of weeks and months here for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As mentioned, a lot of value. We talked about the numbers, the business model, some of their competitors, price target. There's a lot to unpack here, you guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this video, if you're currently holding any Corsair Gaming shares, and how you think this is going to work out over the next couple of months, including your price target on Corsair Gaming. Now, before I let you go, you guys, make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. If you're not currently subscribed to the channel McNallie Money, feel free to do so. And on a final note, have a great rest of your day, and thanks so much for watching.